This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. I want to talk to you today about not so much about a couple of books as much as I want to talk to you about an attitude you should take. And that is an attitude of, well, let me check this out for myself. Let me repeat that. I'm not talking so much about specific books. My message today is talking about an attitude you should take. And that attitude should be, let me check this out for myself. This is the attitude I took when Rush Limbaugh first really started coming on the scene. Everybody and their mother, I was hearing about how Rush Limbaugh was a racist and is a sexist, and he just hated people. And I was surprised in that. I said, man, I can't believe that he would have such a popular radio station if he was a racist. I mean, I just do not believe there's any type of a market in this country for a white supremacist radio program. Wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't understand it. But nonetheless, people kept saying, really not people, but the American left kept saying, Rush Limbaugh was a racist. So here's the attitude I took. No, I said, well, I'm going to check this guy out for myself. And when he makes a racist remark, I'm going to jump in there. Because at the time, Rush was doing a lot of call-ins. And I was going to jump in there and take him to task. Well, let me tell you something, folks. Years later, I was still waiting. I was still listening to his radio program. And I was still waiting for this guy to say something racist. And even up to the time of his death, it just was never said. Didn't happen. Lesson number one. When the white left says somebody's racist and homophobe and all this other kind of nonsense they put up there, you check that person out for yourself. You find out for yourself what they're saying. You go to them, so to speak, and see what they're saying. Because the stuff they said about Rush Limbaugh, same thing they said about Candace Owens. And the attitude I took towards Rush Limbaugh, I took towards Candace Owens. And I said, well, I'm going to check this woman out for myself. And I got her book, Blackout. I mean, what they were saying and what she was saying is two different things. It was absurd. I checked her out on YouTube.com. I wasn't seeing it there. When they were saying things about Jesse Peterson, okay, I'm going to check this guy out for myself. And I read his book, From Rage to Responsibility. And I came away extremely impressed with Jesse Peterson. Check these guys out for yourself. Now, I'm not saying that every time the white left criticizes somebody and says that they're a racist or what have you, that they're always wrong. But I am saying this. The overwhelming majority of the time, the white left, the Marxists, the cultural Marxists, the diversity, equity, poverty, LGBTQ, the alphabet people, when they criticize somebody as racist and filled with hate and anger and all this stuff, go check these person out for check those people out for yourself, because when I've done it, the overwhelming majority of the time, they were dead wrong. It wasn't at all accurate. I read Rush Limbaugh's book, The Way Things Ought to Be. I bought a hard copy of it. Loved it. In short, just loved the book. So then when he brought out See, I Told You So, I got that immediately. I picked it up immediately, and I love that too. I'm looking for Candace Owens to put out her second book. She's already put out Blackout. I'm looking for her to put out her second book. Jesse Peterson, he put out From Rage to Responsibility. I think that's the title of it. Or From Rage to Responsibility, Jesse Peterson. I don't know. Well, I'm sure he's put out another book. I just haven't gotten it yet. But I'm a subscriber to his YouTube channel. I really enjoy him. I've also got him booked for a local talk show, and I enjoyed my time in speaking with him at that time. He's just an amazing person. I really like him a lot. Have a lot of respect for him. I refer to him as the 21st century Booker T. Washington. Folks, check these people out for yourself. And then you make your own decision. Let me tell you one thing the white left doesn't like. They don't like you checking things out for yourself. They don't like you making your own decision. That's why they're so hard-pressed, angry at Dave Chappelle and his new Netflix special, The Closer. They don't want you to hear what Dave Chappelle says because it goes against the party line. It goes against the party line. And not only do they not want you to hear it, but they want to destroy anybody who goes outside the party line. They've tried that with Rush Limbaugh. They tried it with Rush Limbaugh. Didn't work. They tried it with Candace Owens. Didn't work. They tried it with Jesse Peterson. Didn't work. They're going to try it with Dave Chappelle. We have yet to see if it'll work. Right offhand, from what I'm seeing, it's not going to work. People, you got to understand, that's the way the white left works in this country. The Democratic Socialists of America and all these so-called transgender activists, all this kind of stuff, that's the way they operate. That's their whole mindset. Let's lie about these people, lie about these people, lie about these people. If that doesn't necessarily work, let's just suppress them. No freedom of speech for them. Let's take them down. And then, the last part is let's destroy them financially. Because think about it. It's probably more effective to be able to keep someone from providing for their family than it is to throw them in prison. So that's what I had to say about that. But you need to take the attitude, let me check this person out for myself. And then you make your own decision. It's just like that. You check the person out for yourself and you make your own decision. This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. Folks, my website is booktalkwithcorbin.com, booktalkwithcorbin.com. Go check it out. I have a YouTube channel. I really need more subscribers. And you just go to YouTube and then put in the search engine Book Talk with Corbin or Book Talk with Corbin Sievers.